Does anybody know this verb avoir? Anybody heard of it? What does it mean? So être is, for instance, to be. What is verb avoir? Anyone? Guesses?
To have.
To
To
have.
have.
Excellent. So let's learn the conjugation and let's see the usage of this particular verb avoir. Okay, that's what we start the class today with, the verb avoir. All right. Now, avoir translates as to have. Okay. The first thing, again, the formula is the same. We write the subject and then we write the noun. Right. So, the way we say, I am, remember the verb être, which is to be. So we say I am, you are, he is, she is, like that. So je suis, tu es, il est. With avoir, we use the verb, the conjugation is going to be with have. So we have to learn what is have in French. Okay. The subject pronouns will always remain the same in the same order that we learned in être as well. Okay. So let's get started. Now with je, the verb is going to be AI. Since two vowels are getting together, so it was originally je and a. Since two vowels are coming together, the first vowel will convert itself to an apostrophe. Remember this part? Everyone, you remember this? When two vowels come together, the first one converts itself to an apostrophe because vowel needs support from consonant. But there will be exceptions to this rule. There'll be exceptions to a lot of these rules that I'll be telling you, right? For instance, in Elle form, do you see Elle a? We'll not put an apostrophe. So the apostrophe is only used with je form, not with any other subject pronoun. Please remember this. Okay. Now I want you all to repeat with me so that we learn the conjugation simultaneously. Okay. So everyone, j'ai,
Je,
tu as,
tu
Tu
as,
as.
il a,
il a,
elle a,
Elle a.
elle a,
nous avons,
Nous avons.
Nous avons.
vous avez,
Vous avez.
Vous avez.
ils ont,
Ils ont.
Ils ont.
elles ont.
Elles ont.
Elles ont.
We'll repeat the pronunciation once again. Everyone with me. J'ai,
J'ai.
j'ai,
tu as,
tu as,
Toi.
il a,
Il a.
il a,
Il a.
elle a,
Elle a.
Elle a.
nous avons,
Nous
nous
avons.
avons,
Nous
vous
avons.
avez,
Vous avez.
Vous
vous
avez.
avez,
ils ont,
Elles ont.
ils
Ils
ont,
ont.
elles ont.
elles
Elles
ont.
ont.
Elles ont.
You remember verb être? What was the pronunciation in that one? It was ils sont. This is ils ont. So sir and the make the entire difference. These are the nuances which you'll have to remember, right? If you pronounce it as ils sont, it is verb être, which is they are. But if you say ils ont, the z sound, because of liaison, linking the sounds, right? That will become they have. So remember, there's a lot of difference. Ils ont and ils sont. Similarly, elles ont versus elles sont. Right? So remember these rules, okay, of pronunciations which have been taught to you. All right, take 30 seconds, quickly learn this conjugation, everyone. Right now. All right. Moving on. Okay. Again, I'm repeating this. Sorry. Okay. Je and a. So French hates consecutive vowel sounds. So je a creates a harsh stop. So we remove, as I've said, we remove the e and we emphasize j apostrophe ai. Okay. Never write je and ai. You'll never write je if the next word starts with a vowel. So remember this with je specifically. Okay. That we don't write ever je and the next word will never start I mean, with a vowel. If it starts with a vowel, then we do J apostrophe. Okay, remember this positively. Now, let's make a sentence. Okay, if I want to say I have a book, so how will I read? Can somebody try the pronunciation? I have a book. Who'll try?
J'ai un livre. J'ai un livre.
J'ai un livre. So the formula is you write the subject first, then the verb avoir, and then the object. Whatever be the object. And basically, if you want to write numbers and whatever. Okay. The second one, please read out. Somebody, you have a
Tu
dog.
es un
Tu
chien.
as
un chien.
Tu as un chien. Correct.
Yeah.
Tu as un chien. You have a dog. She has a car is going to be pronounced as
Elle est une voiture.
Elle
Elle
a
est en voiture. Une
une
voiture.
voiture. Elle
Une
a
voiture.
une voiture. She has a car. This is how we construct sentences. Yeah. Do you guys want to try? I'll give you 1-2 sentences. Okay. I want you to try and write the answers in the chat. What is we have 5 pens? Everyone try. We have 5 pens. Write the sentence in French language in chat. Quickly try. Let me see how much are you guys getting. Correct.
Where is the chat?
I want everyone to try. Very good. Good, good, good. Yeah. Nous avons
Nous avons
5 stylos. Perfect. Now, let's try one more. They have a house. They have a house. In French is going to be, make a sentence, everyone. Not vous, they have. They have. And it's feminine. Une maison, not un maison. Elles ont une maison. Remember, they have a house. House in French is feminine. Ils ont une maison. Now, if I want to say they have houses, they have houses.
Ils
How will you
ont
make the sentence? Anyone? They have houses. Very
elles
good.
ont des maisons.
Not une. It's gonna be plural. Ils ont des maisons. Yeah. Don't forget that une in plural will change to they. Please remember. Yeah. S'il vous plaît. N'oubliez pas. All right. Is this part clear, everyone? How to make sentences
Yes.
using the verb avoir?
Need a practice.
These are sentences in affirmation. Now let's move on. Let's learn. We learned the question forms. I wanted to take, this negation. Now, how do we negate sentences in present tense? So if the sentence in affirmation is j'ai un livre, in negation, what will we do is we're going to add ne and then the verb and then pas. So what you need to especially remember is the rule, which is ne plus verb plus pas. Can you remember this, everyone? Ne plus verb plus pas. So whatever be the verb, if let's say I'm writing the sentence in verb être. Je suis étudiant. How will we negate the sentence? I'm not a student in French would be? Who's going to try?
Je ne suis
Je ne suis pas étudiant. Right, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear?
Je ne suis pas étudiant.
Correct.
Mm.
If I make the sentence, the previous sentence which we made, j'ai 5 stylos. How will I negate this sentence?
Je n'ai pas 5 stylos.
Correct. Je n'ai pas 5 stylos. Je n'ai pas 5 stylos. Correct. I don't have 5 pens. Exact. Did you understand? So remember this rule. Ne plus verb plus pas. This is the rule for the entire present tense, everyone. Remember, entire present tense. No matter what verb we're going to learn going forward, please remember this rule. Ne plus verb plus pas. Okay? For different tenses, we learn the negation separately. But for this is the rule for present tense. Ne plus verb plus pas. Now, with verb avoir, there is a very one very different thing which I would like to teach you, specifically with verb avoir. So, if I say okay, il a un livre. He has a book. If I want to negate it, how will I negate it? Anyone? Try.
Il n'a pas un livre.
Il n'a pas un livre is what most of the people will say. But remember, there is a one very specific rule which I would want you to focus on over here. See this one. Do you see this? This note. And une, indefinite articles, basically change to the in a negative sentence. Please remember this point when we are using verb avoir. So the rules are, when we use verb avoir, okay, in negation, we don't use une, they. Instead, we use the. Specifically, the. Now, if you see this sentence, now the correct answer will be il n'a pas. Correct the sentence. Try. Tell me the correct sentence.
Des livres.
Il n'a
Il
pas
n'a pas
un
des
livre.
livres.
Des livres.
The livre, not they. There's
The
DEF. Okay.
The-
This is pronounced as the. This is they.
Des livres.
Okay. So the answer is the livre. Remember. Similarly, if I say, okay, I would want you to negate some sentences. Okay. Let's do this activity so that you remember the rule. Okay. Tu as un chien. What is the negation of this one?
Tu n'es tu n'es le chien. Le chien.
Tu n'as pas
Tu n'es pas
Tu n'as pas
le chien.
de chien. Tu n'as pas de chien.
de chien.
Okay. Nous avons une maison. Negation will be try.
Nous avons
Nous n'avons pas
pas de maison.
de maison. Excellent. Is it clear, everyone? Is negation clear? This is something that you'll have to really remember. This rule, which I've written on the screen, is not valid for verb être. This is only valid for verb avoir so far. Did you understand this? This is a very important rule, and a lot of people tend to forget it. Okay, so with negation, with avoir, please don't use une, they. Instead, use the.
The.
Okay. Is it clear? Any questions, or should we move on?
What about if it is in plural?
Plural also, it will
Okay.
change to the. For example, tu as des chiens. You have dogs. Non, je n'ai pas. Je n'ai pas de chien. I don't have dogs. For
Okay.
instance, j'ai un chat. I don't have dogs. I have a cat. Tu as des chiens. Understood?
Yes.
Clear? Is this part clear, everyone?
Yes.
All right. Moving on. Next. Now we are learning how to form questions. So we've learned the affirmative form of sentences with verb avoir. We've learned negation. Now we are learning interrogation. Basically, how to ask a question. One is simple. The same sentence, you just say it with an intonative voice. What's an intonative voice? I am saying the same sentence, just that I'm raising my voice to make it sound like a question. So if I say you have a dog, or if I say you have a dog, do you see how my tone has changed to make a small, simple sentence of affirmative sentence into a question? I did not form a question. I did not say, do you have a dog? I can say, you have a dog. That makes it sound like a question. You've understood? That makes it sound like a question. You have a question? That makes it. Versus if I say, you have a question, I have a question, you have a question, he has a question. That makes it sound like a normal affirmative sentence. It's not really an interrogative sentence. Yeah? Unless I change my voice. I raise my voice to make it sound like a question. So one form of forming question is intonation, where you just raise your voice at the end. That makes your, that makes it sound like a question. Or what we can do is, the second way is we can add a question marker, which is esk. Esk translates as is it that? So this is your going to be your go-to question whenever you have to make a question where the answer is a yes or a no. Oui ou non. Okay? We just add esk at the beginning of any statement and just add the rest of the sentence as is. For instance, esk tu as un chien? Is it that you have a dog? Is that you have a dog? The answer can be with a yes or a no. Yes, I have a dog. No, I don't have a dog. So these are two ways of forming questions. One is you can change your voice. The other is you can add esk. Esk is going to be very, very important. It's a very important form of forming questions in French. Remember this. Okay? I want you all to repeat with me. Est-ce que tu as un chien?
Est-ce que tu as un
Est-ce
chien?
que tu as un chien?
Okay. Now I want you to form questions. Tell me, how will you say? See, I can say in the same way, do you have a dog? Okay, because in English we don't say, is it that you have a dog? It sounds very odd in English, but that is the way we do in French. Okay, so if I say, do you have a dog? You can make this kind of a question or this kind of a question. Okay, so I'm going to give you questions like this, and you have to type the correct answer in the chat. So you also start getting the hang of making questions and typing questions in French. So let's start. Um, okay.
Yeah.
Do they have uh do they have 4 books? Try. Let me see how many of you can write this sentence in French. Do they have 4 books?
Do they have?
Good, Preet. There's one very, very small error. Can you try and figure that out? Everyone else, keep trying. Answers in the chat, everyone. Do they have 4 books?
No.
Good, Preet. Where is the verb to have? Is it that they four books. Where is the verb for? Have. Everybody, there is one error. No. Okay, let me help you. The sentence is est. So it's ideally est, ils ont quatre livres. But what's the issue? What's the issue with the sentence? Two vowels are coming together. So what do we have to do? We have to convert the first vowel to an apostrophe. So the pronunciation will also become est qu'ils ont. Est qu'ils ont. So apostrophe links the sound. Est qu'ils ont quatre livres. Yeah? Let's try one more. Okay. Do you do we have the books? Do we have the books? Let's see. Do we have the books? Try. Do we have the books? I'm saying do we have the books, not do we have books. Please focus on the article, everyone. Do we have the books? Focus on the article. I'm not saying do we have books. I've specifically written the. Good, breathe. Est-ce que nous avons les livres? Is it that? We have the books. So remember, we have the books in French is nous avons les livres. And we just add the question, is it that? Remember,
But
this
here is
do
a
and does
plural.
concept does not exist in French. So we write it in the form of is it that? Don't get confused if I say do we. Yeah, this concept does not exist in French. In French, you have to write the answer with est que. Whenever the answer starts with a yes or a no, oui or a no. Yeah, so the answer will be, somebody try. Est-ce que nous avons les livres? Oui. What will be the answer? Oui. How will we respond? Somebody try. Oui. Yeah, nous avons les livres. And in negation, you can speak up. You don't have to type. Somebody try. No. Let's see if you remember negation. We just
No.
did it.
Nous n'avons
Avoir.
the livre.
Pas les livres. Now this is a definite article. We don't have the books. The rule is very simple. Indefinite articles only change to the. But I did not say anything about the definite articles. Definite articles will remain the same with verb avoir. In negation as well. Remember this. Yeah? Clear?
Oui.
Is this part clear, everyone? You'll have to really practice. We'll do more questions tomorrow because I want you to start forming sentences now. Okay? Small sentences will do for now. Clear, everyone?
Oui.
These are some expressions in French. I would love to take it up tomorrow because these are important. But for now, I just want you to revise the verb avoir with in affirmation, positive, negation, and interrogation forms. Tomorrow, I'm going to give you more such sentences. I would want you to practice this so that I can teach you some very cool expressions in French which you can use in your day-to-day life, followed by some activities. Okay? This is the task. This is a small assignment for you for tomorrow. Yeah? Is this clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes or
Oui.
no? So far, so good? Oui ou non? C'est clair? Vous avez compris? Oui?
Oui.
Okay, super. So I would want you to revise and be ready for tomorrow's class. And also the ones who joined, for the first time today, I see a lot of new faces as well. So I just quickly would like to tell you where the resources are. So you go to the website, learnfrenchwithavani.com, click on resources, go to free resources. There you will be able to access all the, the slides and whatever we're doing, some additional, work for you. You can just refer to the slides, some, what we're doing in the class, revise over here and be prepared and ready for the next class. In the group, in the WhatsApp group today, I'll also share the YouTube link where we are uploading the recordings. Yeah, I'll share it today. And here, the ones who want to book a demo for this is also free, but this is going to be specifically TEF DCF oriented. The ones who are interested in this, they can uh, fill up this form. I mean, select the date when you're available for the demo, and yeah, I'll see you in the class. And yeah, that's it from my side for the day then.